Hey YouTube friends, so today I'm doing a video and it is the My Embarrassing Moments video, and I actually got this idea from the Beauty Guru for You or Emma here on YouTube because she recently did one. I'll link the video down below, and I remember watching it and being like, oh my god, like I totally sympathize with you, girl. You know, everybody has embarrassing moments, and I figured why not share mine on the internet. So without any further ado, let's just get started into these really painful, awkward, embarrassing memories. So I'm going to just go through them all, and I'm going to leave the most embarrassing one for last, but they're not really in any order. So the first thing is something that happened last year. I was a sophomore in high school, and it was actually in my English class, and I sat next to my friend Sarah the whole year. And the teacher really did not like us because whenever we are together, we talk non-stop and teachers really get annoyed. So anyways, we were talking, I forget what book or something we were talking about, and we were somehow got onto the topic of like rulers and how certain ones are really bad. And I tried to say how Hitler was a bad ruler and a bad dictator, you know what I mean? So the way I said it, it came out completely wrong, and it just sounded really, really bad. It was in front of the whole class, and it made it sound like I supported Hitler when in no way I do. Like, I do not support Hitler, believe me, and I'm not racist in any way, but the way that I said it, it just came out so wrong, and everybody in the class stared at me, and the teacher was like, really? And tried to make me explain it, and I tried to say that, like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I tried to explain myself, but I was so flustered by the time that I literally couldn't, and it was so bad. And it turns out that my English teacher is Jewish, so it was just all around a bad situation. It literally came out so wrong, and yeah, it was not a good time. Needless to say, the teacher still did not like me, and that conversation did not make it any better. The next thing, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about this. This happened this year, at the beginning of the year. So one of my teachers is like does the plays at my school. He's my homeroom teacher, and wanted me to try out for the school play. Now, I am in no way good at acting or singing or doing any of that stuff. Like, people I think that I might be because I do YouTube, and so I'm used to like talking, and I'm not like shy or anything. But so I decided I'd try out for the play. He like kept pushing it. So you had to have an act, like to kind of act out, and a song to sing. So I decided it'd be a good idea to do Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. I don't know why I picked that song. I don't know if I was thinking because of Pitch Perfect or why I even thought that was a good idea. So I went up to do it, and I had the instrumental on my phone of the background music for Since You've Been Gone. So I decided I'd go up there, and I said, so I've never tried out for any shows like American Idol or anything like that, so I thought I'd like put together this arrangement, and I'm doing Since You've Been Gone. And I was like, oh, I have some background music, can I play it? And everybody before me just sang a cappella, like they didn't put background music. It was so stupid. So I like put on the music and start singing it, and it's just like, at the time I thought it was a good idea, but now that I look back on it, that's so embarrassing, and I definitely sucked because I didn't get a part in the play, and I'm not a good singer. It was all around just really dumb, and I do not know why I did that, and I definitely embarrassed myself. Thankfully though, it was just like 3 teachers and then people who do drama, and it wasn't a big group of people, but I don't know why I did that. Then the next thing happened in middle school, and this was back when AIM or AOL Instant Messaging was really, really popular. I don't know if you guys remember that. But a kid in my grade actually really liked me, and I found out from one of my friends, I forget how, they told me that he had a crush on me. So I was like, oh my god, like, oh, and I don't know why, it was so weird at the time. So I messaged the guy on AIM, and I was like, hey, like, I heard that you like me and stuff, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I do. And I was like, why? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, why do you like me? And he was like, I'm not sure, like, I mean, and I was like, why do you like me? Like, I don't understand, how do you not know? And I sent him a bunch of messages asking why he liked me, like, why did it matter? And so needless to say, it was very strange, very weird and embarrassing. I don't know why I did that. And, yeah. So that was kind of embarrassing and awkward. Then, I don't know, probably none of you guys know this, but a while back at the beginning of this year, I thought it'd be a good idea to get a job because, as you know, I make YouTube videos and I do make money from these. I know a lot of people don't ever talk about that, but I do. But I thought it'd be good to kind of like get work experience because it's very different making videos than actually working with people, having to show up on time, all those type of things. So I thought it'd be a good idea. And I applied to a grocery store by my house, and I really wanted to work there at the time because it's like right down the street, I can walk there. And I did not like hear back from them or anything, so I decided I'd apply to other places. So I applied to Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, like a bunch of different random places, and Wendy's. And what do you know? There's a Wendy's opening up in the town next to me, so I thought, oh, that'd be so good, let me try working there. So I went. I got the uniform, I got the job, and so since it was new, everybody in my town, since it's so small, decided that they were going to go to Wendy's, and I worked one Saturday, and literally everybody from my school was there, and it was extremely awkward, yeah. And then my second shift, I was working, I met a ton more people there, from my school. They all saw me, and then I met subscribers. So I was actually like cleaning a table or doing something like that, and these 3 girls came up to me and were like, oh, like, I watch your videos, blah blah blah, like, are you Loving Lauren X? And I was like, yeah, ha ha. So awkward. And so they waited for me to get off my shift, which was in like a half an hour, and I took pictures with them and stuff, but it was so embarrassing, and I don't know why I worked there. I only did 2 4-hour shifts, and then I quit because I did not want to work there, and I did not like it, but it was really embarrassing. And then next is the most embarrassing story. I mean, I definitely have more, but I just was gonna put a few in here. This is definitely the worst. So last summer, it happened last year, I went to Martha's Vineyard with my mom and her boyfriend and my friend Sarah. And it was a really fun trip. I had a really great time, except for the fact that Sarah had an allergic reaction. But anyways, the last day we were there, we decided we'd go to the beach. So we were at the beach, we were all just sitting there, and we decided to go swimming. And Sarah decided to sit out because she obviously wasn't feeling that great. So we went swimming, and they had huge waves, and I love those. They're so much fun. But they got so big that like when we were in the water, I got knocked down by a wave, and I was like underneath the water, like spinning and all that type of stuff, and I was like getting scraped by rocks, and like I thought I was gonna drown, like literally thought I was gonna drown. And I eventually, like, I grabbed onto a rock and pushed up, so like I was in pain and hurt, and I pushed up from the water, and I like looked down, and my freaking bathing suit top is off, like fully off, my boobs are out, and my mom and her boyfriend saw, and then, so I was like, all right, I'm done, like, I'm leaving. And so I went to like leave and like get to the shore, and there were other people on the beach. There was like this old guy, and so I was like, fixed my top, whatever, and tried to leave the beach, and I got hit by another wave, and so I was like taken down, and I like, again, I was like tumbling like around, like my hair was a mess, I had sand in my hair, rocks everywhere, like it was horrible. So I come up, and my freaking top is off again, so like I turned to run away, and I didn't know that my freaking bottoms had like fallen off in the back too. So not only did I full on flash my mom, her boyfriend, and some old guy on the beach, my boobs, but I also flashed in my butt, and I was like running towards the shore. I was literally a mess. It was so embarrassing. I don't think I've been more embarrassed in my life, and yeah, it was so bad. And then when I got to the shore, I was like so done with the day. Like I wanted to go home. I did not want to be there. I thought like the day was horrible. It sucked. And I was like asking my friend, I was like, oh my god, did you just see what happened? Like blah 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 blah. And she didn't see it, so thank God she didn't see, but I would have rather she saw over like everybody else. So yeah. it was really embarrassing and it sucked. But I mean, most of these things were extremely awkward at the time, but now like some of them aren't as bad and I've kind of gotten over it, you know. But some of them I do laugh about and I think they're funny, but it was just so horrible, some of these. Most of them had to do with school. But yeah, if you want me to do more of these videos, I can, because I definitely have more embarrassing moments that I just did not want to share and the video would have been too long. So anyways, you guys comment down below telling me some of your embarrassing stories, whether they happened in the summer, at school, with your crush, I don't know, but maybe sympathize with me, I don't know. But I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys!
Don't stop.
You make me wanna say, oh
Come here, rude boy.
my God.
We gotta fight.